Miss Turner's class. You need help with homework? It's Miss Turner's class. I got you. It's Miss Turner's class. What about if you didn't understand something in class? It's Miss Turner's class. I got you.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we are focusing on Module 3, Lesson 2. And in this video, we are still going to be reviewing that area and perimeter. And I'm also going to introduce you guys to a new way of finding a side length by only knowing one of your side lengths in the area or perimeter. Let's go ahead and get started. As a reminder, that formula for area is length times width, and that formula for perimeter is length plus width plus width. All right, you guys, so in our first part, just as a reminder, it says label the length and width by dragging and dropping the word to the correct part of the rectangle. I have length and I have width. Does length tell me how long my rectangle is or how wide my rectangle is? What do you think? If you said it measures how long my rectangle is, you are absolutely correct. Length measures how long my rectangle is, so I am going to drag my length to the longer part of my rectangle. Now what about width? Does width measure how long my rectangle is or how wide my rectangle is? Yeah, absolutely. It measures how wide my rectangle is. So I'm going to drag my width to the wider part of my rectangle. Now that we know which one is length and which one is width, let's go ahead and apply this to our first problem. It says a rectangular porch is 4 feet wide. It is 3 times as long as it is wide. Let's think for a second. It tells us that we're labeling the diagram with the dimensions of the porch. Do I know my length or do I know my width after reading this problem? What do you think? If you're getting stuck, I'm going to reread that first part of the sentence. It says a rectangular porch is 4 feet wide. Does wide mean width or does wide mean length? Yeah, it means width. So that means I know my width. It says it's 4 feet wide. So I know that my width is 4 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and place a 4 for my width. It also says it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So what do you think I would have to do in order to figure out how long my rectangular porch is? What do you think? If you said multiply, you are right on the money. I'm going to multiply. And in fact, I know that it says it's 3 times as long as my width, right? So I know that it's 3 times my width. What's my width again? Yeah, 4 feet. So it's 3 times 4. What's my product? If you're getting stuck, you guys, use your multiplication chart on the side. I know I'm starting at 3 and I'm going down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's my product? Yeah, 12. Good job. So that means that my length is 12 feet. Awesome job, you guys. Now let's move to our second part of this problem. We figured out our dimensions, and now it's time for us to find the perimeter of the porch. Remind me one more time, what is the formula for perimeter? If you get stuck, it's right on your screen. Yeah, perimeter equals length plus width plus width. What's my length? How long is my rectangle? Good, 12 feet. How wide is my rectangle? Good, 4 feet. So instead of using the letters L and W, what can my equation actually be? P equals blank plus blank plus blank plus blank. Fill in those blanks. Good. Perimeter equals 12 plus 12 plus 4 plus 4. And now let's go ahead and solve. What's 12 plus 12? Yeah, that's right. 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus 4 more. Good, 28 plus 4 more. Good, 32. Awesome thinking, you guys. Let's go ahead and solve another problem. It says a narrow rectangular banner is 5 inches wide. It is 6 times as long as it is wide. And Miss Turner made a boo-boo here. She made a little error. This should actually say label the diagram with the dimensions of the banner, not the porch. The porch was from the previous problem. All right, so a narrow rectangular banner is 5 inches wide. Is wide my width, or my length? Good, it's my width because width means how wide my banner would actually be. So I know in this problem, my width is 5 inches. So I'm going to figure out which side of my rectangle shows me how wide it is. And I'm going to put in 5 to represent 5 inches. It says it is 6 times as long as it is wide. So this is similar to our previous problem, you guys. In our previous problem, we had to figure out our length based off of our width. So if my length, and I'm going to go ahead and write this in, is 6 times my width, what would my length be? Better yet, what can I substitute for W here? 6 times what would give me my length? Good, 6 times 5 because my width is 5. And what's 6 times 5? If you're having difficulty, look at your multiplication chart. Starting at 6, going down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's my product? Yes, absolutely. My product is 30. So my length will be 30 inches. Good thinking. All right, you guys, now that we figured out our dimensions, it is now time for us to find our perimeter. Remember, perimeter equals length plus width plus width. What's my length again? Good, 30 inches. What's my width? Good, 5 inches. So instead of using L's and W's, let's use numbers. Perimeter equals blank plus blank plus blank plus blank. Fill in those blanks for me. Good, yes, perimeter equals 30 plus 30 plus 5 plus 5. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and find our sum. 30 plus 30? Yeah, 60. 60 plus 5. Good, 65. 65 plus 5 more? Good, 70. Awesome. Now this one's a little bit different. Now we also need to find our area. Area equals length times width. What's my length? Good, 30 inches. What's my width? Good, 5 inches. So instead of saying area equals length times width, I can say area equals blank times blank. Fill in those blanks for me. Good, yes, area equals 30 times 5. Absolutely. What's my product? 30 times 5. I have 3 tens times 5. Good job. Yes, 150 square inches. You'll notice that when I'm finding my area, you guys, I always have to include that square because that lets me know that I am indeed finding my area opposed to perimeter where I just have inches. All right, you guys. On this next one, it's a little bit different, you guys, because now I know my length and I'm trying to find my width. It says the area of a rectangle is 42 square centimeters. Its length is 7 centimeters. So we already know our length is 7 centimeters. We also know our area is 42 square centimeters. We have to figure out our width. Can you remind me, what is that formula to find our area? What is the formula for area? Yes, area equals length times width. But I know my area. What's my area? Yes, 42 square centimeters, but we're just going to say 42. And I also know my length. What's my length? Good, 7. But I don't know my width, so that's still going to be my unknown. But let's think. 7 times something equals 42. What number can I multiply by 7 to get 42? Yes, good job. Yes, I can multiply 7 times 6. And that will give me 42. So I know that that secret number that we're missing is 6. I know my width should be 6 centimeters. Let's try another one. This time, you guys, we still have our length and we're trying to find, we have our length and our area and we're still trying to find our width. So it says the area of Betsy's rectangular sandbox is 20 square feet. So we know our area is 20 square feet. The longer side measures 5 feet. Well, my longer side is my width and it measures 5 feet. Now we're finding our width. What is the width of the sandbox? So same as before, you guys, we're going to plug in both of these measurements into our formula for area. Area equals length times width. What's my area? Good, 20 square feet. We'll just say 20. Do I know my length? Yes, we do. My length is my longer side. What's my longer side? Yes, 5 feet. So 5 times, we don't know our width, so we'll just put in a W. So 20 equals 5 times something. 5 times what equals 20? Well, we can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. How many 5s do we have to add in order to get to 20? Yeah, that's right, 4. So 5 times 4 equals 20. So that means that my width, that magic number we're looking for, is 4. My width is 4 feet. Now that I figured out my width, I'm able to find my perimeter because I know my length and I know my width. Perimeter equals length plus width plus width. My width is 4 feet. My length is 5 feet. What's the formula that I would use to figure out my perimeter? Good. 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4. What's 5 plus 5? Good job, 10. And what's 4 more? Good. 14. And 4 more. Good. 18. You also could have done this by adding 5 plus 5 and then adding 4 plus 4 and then combining your sums. So I know that my perimeter is 18 feet. Awesome thinking, you guys. Now for this one, let's go ahead and read the problem. And then at a certain point, I want you to pause your computer, pause the video to see if you get the same answer as Miss Turner. Here we go. A rectangular basketball court is 5 inches long and 4 times as wide. 5 inches long. Is that my length or my width? And 4 times as wide. What do I need to do if I need to figure out how wide it is? Go ahead and pause the video, you guys, and then come back to see if you get the same answer as me. All right, team. So, as of now, you guys had an opportunity to pause the video and do the problem on your own. 5 inches long. Is that my length or my width? Yeah, it's your length. It means that the basketball court is 5 inches long, or it has a length of 5 inches. This is a tiny basketball court, you guys. And 4 times as wide. What did you do in order to figure out how wide your basketball court was? I multiplied too. In fact, I multiplied 5 times 4. And what did you get? Me too. 20. So it has a width of 20. Now let's find the area. Did you use the formula area equals length times width? So did I. So I multiplied 5 times 20. And what did you get? Me too. 100. 100 square inches. And for the perimeter, did you add 5 plus 5 plus 20 plus 20? Me too. And what'd you get? Me too. 50. 50 inches. Awesome job, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.